Hey, Cortez Ross, TshirtRiches.com. Welcome to the website. Finally got in the results from a survey that was completed by over 1,500 people. We asked a variety of questions such as what are some of the obstacles that's keeping you from getting started with your own t-shirt business? What are some of the fears as it relates to getting started? What are some things you would like to know about starting a t-shirt business? And one of the things that kept coming back to the top related to obstacles. And of course, the number one thing was the lack of money. Previously, I just recently put together a video where we talked about different ways to raise money to get started with a business. And of course, one of the things we talked about was getting a part-time job and working extra hours. But in this video, in conversation with a friend, I think I've come up with a creative way that for some of you, this might be a viable option. It's pretty drastic, but nonetheless, it's a viable option if you truly believe that your business is worth the risk. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to tie this story together. For those of you that don't know, we decided over the next 12 months, we're going to travel all around the world. Myself, the wife, the kids, just want to expose them to different places, different cultures, different ways of thinking, different types of government. And we just want to go. We've been talking about this for years, never done it. Now we're at a place now where we're just kind of trying to relax, cruise a little bit, cruise a little more along through life, and just, again, be more relaxed. And, so one of the things we ended up doing was listing everything that we own for sale. We posted our stuff on Craigslist, we posted stuff on Facebook groups, and we're starting to sell everything. In the first couple of days, we managed to sell a couple of $1,000s worth of stuff. And in talking to a friend of mine, Tish Henderson, she inquired, she's like, well, how's that selling stuff going? I was like, we sold a couple of $1,000s worth of stuff. And she was like, wait a minute, you know what? If people really think they have a good idea for a business, maybe they should create a believe in myself seed money. I thought about it, believe in myself seed money. I was like, I kind of like that. That's a pretty big catchphrase. So, and the theory is sell your stuff, start a business. Lack of money doesn't have to be a reason not to get started. When I look back 20 years ago when we started our business, we didn't have any money, we didn't have any stuff, but we made things work out. I did work, I worked a whole bunch of hours, I took on-call hours, and we used the money to start the business. But as the money started to come in, we didn't go out and buy furniture, we didn't go out and buy stuff. Instead, we invested the money back in the business. Now, we didn't have a bedroom set, we slept on the floor. We didn't have a sofa and a couch. We sat on the floor. We sat our little TV on the floor. We didn't have a kitchen table. We ate on the floor or ate in one of the small little chairs that we had. So we're kind of asking you to kind of do things in reverse. Whereas I didn't have furniture when we got started, I'm simply suggesting selling your furniture so you can get started. If you really believe. Now, this is a drastic step. Again, it's not for everybody. I know some of you may say, well, we have kids. I don't want to have them sleeping on the floor. I don't want to sell their Nintendo. I don't want to sell a TV. I get it. You're making a sacrifice. And it's only for a season. This is not a lifetime. And I'll tell you this. Since we've started to sell our stuff, I'm starting to feel a big sigh of relief. My wife wanted to put stuff in storage so that we can have it when we get back. I decided, I did the math, I did the numbers and said, well, by the time we get through putting all this stuff in storage, letting it sit there for a year, it's going to cost X amount of dollars. We're not 100% sure that we're going to come back here to this area and stay. We may end up saying, hey, we want to stay in Montreal, Canada, or we may stay somewhere in Europe. And I for certain will not be transporting that stuff over. And I certainly won't be driving a U-Haul truck or paying somebody to move our furniture from Florida up to Montreal, Canada. Ain't happening. So I just decided the best thing to do is just sell it because I don't know where we're going to go. So again, this is a decision that we've made just to kind of go out and travel and explore the world. But the relief from getting rid of all this stuff, the pressure, there's not anymore. Wherever we settle at, I'm not going to go out and buy stuff on credit. I'm not going to go out there and spend money on a bunch of brand new stuff. Most likely, I'm going to buy used stuff because I don't know if we're going to stay put in one place long enough to justify the expense. But the problem is the more stuff you get, the harder you have to work to keep it. The more credit you buy stuff on, the harder you have to work to keep it. And the funny thing about buying new stuff and buying all this fancy stuff, cars, TVs, after about 6 months, the excitement starts to wear off. You don't even really like the stuff anymore. But the problem is you're still having to pay for it for years down the line. And that may mean paying for it by working 40, 60 hours a week for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And to me, I'm at a place in my life now where I just want to kind of cruise, relax. I don't care about stuff anymore. I'm not trying to impress anybody anymore. When I was young, I did that kind of stuff. Now, I don't. If a person thinks I'm poor, I don't care because I'll have a bunch of money in my pocket. I can go out to eat anytime I want. If we decide we want to hop on a cruise, we can go hop on a cruise and go cruising every month if we choose to. We can hop and go to different countries and stay there 30, 45 days at a time. That's living. But having all this stuff and you having to work 60 hours a week to keep it, that's not living because you're spending most of your time at the job. And then you get your check, there's not much left over to go do anything because you're paying off all the stuff you got. So starting a business, in my opinion, if this is what you're really wanting to do, sell your stuff. Raise up this believe in myself seed money so that you can free yourself at some stage. Because I promise you, the formula that you have now, 40 to 60 hours a week, is not going to get you out of debt. It's not going to get you free. It's going to keep you enslaved and in bondage to the stuff. And I promise you, it ain't ever going to stop until you make some different decisions. Again, sell your stuff. This is temporary. Now, again, this is only if you really believe that you have a real business model that's going to work. And that means you're going to have, and before you go selling your stuff, put together a business plan, a marketing plan to map out a strategy on how this stuff is going to work. If you don't have a plan, you're going to wander aimlessly in the dark. It's going to be hit and miss everywhere you go. When you raise this money, you can't take any gambles. You can't take any chances. This is it, because for many of you, once you sell your stuff, you ain't going to have anything else left. So you got one shot to get this right, and you better doggone well plan it before you just go out there buying a bunch of stuff. Now, we put together a detailed program that'll walk you through the process of starting your own t-shirt business from A to Z. You don't have to figure this stuff out. We got templates inside of the site, plans to help you put together a marketing plan, help you put together your business plan. We're going to show you how to market your business, how to get traffic to your website from people that are most likely to buy your stuff. This is not theory. I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to do it. I've helped others do it. I want to help you do it. You know, so I'm simply saying, don't sell your stuff and get that money and just blow it, thinking you can figure this stuff out on your own. It took me years to figure this out. And you don't have to go out there and make the same mistakes trying to figure this out on your own. We have a strategy. We can get you there. Your membership gives you access to our team. You get access to me, my staff. We'll answer your questions. If you get stuck, we'll help you out. We'll look over your t-shirts. We'll look at your business plan. We'll look at your marketing plan. We're here to help. If you'd like to take a look at our program and see what's available, go to www.TshirtRiches.com/training. That's TshirtRiches.com/training. And again, we'll take you from A to Z. So This is your chance to get out of that hamster wheel. This is your chance to free yourself. Because I promise you, the formula that you're working now, 40 to 60 hour work week, is not going to get you out. You need more revenue coming in. You need the tax benefits that's associated, that you get with having a business. Chances are, if you're working a job, you're paying more in taxes than I am. And that's a whole nother conversation. So TshirtRiches.com/training. Start working on your Believe in Myself seed money and invest in yourself. My name is Terrence Ross, TshirtRiches.com. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful and blessed day.